Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the fourth and final build installment of Heartlake City Friends Clubhouse by LEGO Friends. This is set number 42689, contains 794 pieces, retails for $89.99. That was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Well, the last few installments, we managed to get the first floor and second floor done. But in the last installment, we did this piece here, which I believe just it detaches, but I don't really want to mess with it. And pretty much that's what this is. So today we're going to wrap up, well, this morning we're going to wrap up bags 7 and 8, because this is an early morning build, and get this floor done, and I'm going to try to review it and get it all done today. We don't have a lot of stickers left, so that's better. So at least they're kind of trickled in. Right now the score is at, I'm trying to think here, a 7 because of the scratched parts. So yeah, it's getting lower and lower. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse. But I see transparent pieces, so we might be lucky and get a lower score. But other than that, though, the build quality is average, but the build experience is really good indeed. Before we can go any further, these videos are just for entertainment. They're not to be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the review. So I may cover the build, I may end up not mentioning something, put a part in the wrong place. It just don't follow what I do, and you have to watch the video all the way through because I do correct my mistakes towards the end of the video, hopefully if I can remember. In addition to this, my wording in here is mine and mine alone. What I say in here, LEGO doesn't tell me or coach me to say anything, except that this is an early promotional offer. So yeah, this is a paid promotional video. And in addition to all that, this is not a job, this is just a hobby of mine. Okay, this is something I just do for fun, just to fill in the time. And, you know, before I go to work, at least I got to have like a palate cleanser to clean my mind and stuff, just to put something together. It's not computers or anything like that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do here. I just do this for enjoyment. Okay, well, let's begin. Let's build it. And it's early. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So good morning, everyone. And yeah, we're going to start with bag 7 today. We got to move everybody out of here. I'm going to try to review this and get it done within an hour and a half. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look, we got Aliya. Welcome, Aliya. Oh, let's get bag 7 here. We can unbag her. This one feels very big, so I have a feeling we're going to have 2 bags in there. What do you think? And yeah, today is the 6th of May, 2026. Okay, we're going to be here for 20-25 minutes. I was hoping this would be a fast one, but it's not, and I have a feeling this stuff is scratched. So before we can get to Aliya, we're going to have to inspect parts. Where's that thing at here? Sometimes I don't have to do this, it just depends. Why? Because I'm eager to drop sets down as low as I can get them. And you can probably see why there. Right there. I mean, that is just uncalled for, LEGO. Really? Let's try this one here. How bad is that one? Yeah. I mean, I got to make the scores as low as I can get them. I purposely try to find anything that's scratched. Well, that one came without a problem. Okay, that's good. Sometimes I make sure they're not just they're just dust spots. But when they're scratched and pitted, it kind of spoils the build. This makes it feel like I'm building some cheapo set, like some knockoff brand. LEGO doesn't like us saying that, but I can't hide the truth. Yeah, that one's okay. You know, you don't have to go this picky like I am and check all the parts. But some people want to know how badly packed are these sets. What's the quality like? And I'm here to tell you. I'm not here to lie to you and say that this is the best packed set in the world. LEGO doesn't, I'm just going to say it, LEGO rarely cares about how it packs its sets. I don't know why. It just, you know, I'm going to be harping on trying blue in the face, so I don't want to mess with it. but it's just kind of sad. So I'm going to say right now our score's at a 6. We're not done yet. I'm probably going to take a little bit off for stickers. I don't know yet, to think on that. Stickers are not too bad. At least we're not putting them on tiny pieces, but still. But I can at least safely say the colors in this set are really bright and colorful. We are getting a very colorful build. Okay, really colorful indeed. Now, Jay, most kids don't care if they're scratched, I know, but if I was dropping $90 into this, it better not be scratched. Now we can get to Aliya. Okay. Oh, we get one of these pretzel ladders. Cool. All right. Put her together so she can join the gang and have fun at the clubhouse. You know, these sets are always fun, though. Well, that's not how it goes together. Talking about a malfunction there. Yeah, I had to switch memory cards. The last one I had only had like 2 minutes left. I was like, ouch, I'm glad I caught that in time. I can never get her wig on right. It's kind of hard. And when I do, it does that. So I got to figure how to get that out of there. She's going to be stubborn today. I got some stuff I want to talk about today that I really want to get into, but let's get through Aliya first and get her out of the way. She's got a 2-way radio. I like the color of the torso and stuff. That's pretty cool. At least with the mini dolls, everything's printed. So yeah, she can go with the gang there. And of course, she likes horseback riding, taking notes or drawing and winning awards. I mean, who doesn't? Okay, now we're going to start building the base. And we got nice, bright yellow and blue pieces. You know what this reminds me is Aviation Adventures. It was an old-fashioned Creator 3-in-1 set that had just these colors. It was more like building an old classic set than anything else. And yeah, Lego, you know what? We have these. Why don't we use this? Artificial inflation. Yeah, I was thinking about this when I got up this morning, and I thought, you know what would be fun? Bringing back live streams again. We get inverted tiles, too. Cool. And I was thinking, you know, I'd like to bring them back. But what would I stream? And I was thinking, because I want to kind of keep the chat rooms more or less open forum type, like open topic. And I don't want to just make it to where, like, it'd be kind of like the format that I'm doing now, except you could talk to me live. But if I do, I got to do something. I don't want to just sit on video for an hour or so just talking. I got to show you something. So I could either work on some stuff, which building Lego and doing a chat live stream is rather difficult because I'd rather talk to the room. But a lot of things have changed since then, you know. First off, live streaming is not how it was when I first started. And two, would anybody be interested in just, chatting with me while I'm playing a video game or something? It doesn't have to be a Lego video game. But when I used to do live streaming a long time ago, you could come into my chat room and talk to me about Lego stuff. It was not... Okay, why do we have some random coin here? What happened? We ran out of funds for the cement, so we had to do that. Or is that like a hidden Easter egg? But chat rooms back when I first started doing the live streaming, it was more or less like an open forum type deal. And to kind of give you context, I forgot to put the piece here. We had, like right here, you had the chat room at the bottom. Then right here, you had a host screen, and over here you had guest video. So you can get on cam and talk or show your creation and stuff. And those days are long gone. You know, I'd like to kind of bring something back. I liked it to where back in the day that you can hop on video and show your creation without have to ask for permission, you know. And now today you have to use like third-party apps and software to do just the same thing that we used to do 15, 20 years ago. YouTube doesn't have it, but if anybody remembers me back on Stickcam, I used to do this stuff. And basically I would just sit here and build, and you could talk to me, and if you wanted to show off your creation, you get on video and just build along or whatever. Show off your creation, build a mock. And life was good back then. Life was real good. And now today, we don't have that option anymore. It's one to many. And I want to bring back the old-fashioned vibe that I used to do back in the day. Live streaming, make it interesting, make it fun. And it's just like getting new viewers or new users in our Discord club and stuff like that. It's more or less just, it's challenging, because the only time I'm getting new members is now at this point is through links on YouTube. And it just kind of feels impersonal, like here's a link, join whenever you want. And I've been thinking about more and more. It looks like we're building a sofa here. I don't know what this is. So that'd be the base and the sofa. Wow, that's blue. We've never seen that in blue before, or I don't have one anyways. So I'm really thinking about bringing out live streaming the way I used to do it back in the day. Do it one day a week, or maybe a couple times a month. Sit down and just chat with you guys and gals. Just have fun. Just have a good old-fashioned clean, open chat room that everybody can join and just kind of have fun. I've been thinking about that, and I don't know how many of you would be interested in joining something like that. It'd be pretty much a gaming chat, but you can come in and ask things about mocks, sets, and stuff like that. I'll answer you because it's an open chat room. Talk about cars. You can do anything you want. So I've been thinking about that. Okay, now we're moving on to here. So, I just remember back in the day, kind of brought up something about 15 years ago when I started doing live streaming. I just remember having a nice fancy profile, and you can hop into my chat room and just chat with me. You know, it was open. LGBT friendly. I was very friendly letting people in. Unless you were a troll, then it was a little different. But I do miss doing the live streaming stuff. I just got to find a purpose for it. So we're going to put sticker number 10 on that tile. I have my own chat software that I've written up years ago that I keep updated on it every month. That wasn't too bad. And then this goes here. So this must be like a little sleeping quarters. Is this like a man cave or something? Is this where Leo sleeps? No, Leo sleeps on the couch. That's what we call the doghouse. Yeah, and that takes care of that section there. Okay, it looks like we're adding some bunk rooms here. So I was thinking about the live streaming and what I want to do to make it fun. I know some of you probably want to talk to me live instead of using video. First off, I don't want to build any sets because I would be reading the chat room more than I would be building. So I don't want to do something like this. I could do face cam. I got that VTuber stuff working, so I could use that now. So working on my guy, trying to make him look not like a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old, so I'm trying to make him look a little more mature. So I'm just kind of thinking on what I really want to do and make things a little more fun for you guys and gals. So I just missed the days having late night streams, and we just kind of all hung out in the room. So we need sticker number 11. And so far these have been in order, so I've been pretty pleased with it. If I do live streaming, it'll be on this channel, not on the main. Just because here I could be a little bit more myself. Oh, I see why we use that round piece to kind of go around that. Okay, that's pretty clever there. So, like, let's say you come in my room and say, Jay, I want to talk about, how to become a better builder. We can do a whole entire topic on it. So you, the viewer, set the topic of the chat room. Not just me, it'd be you too. And I miss those days where we would just all talk about a topic. Or back in the day, we were bored. I just turn on the webcam and say, okay, guys, spot anything in my, at this time it was a bedroom, anything in here that's orange. And I would get a list of, things, items that everybody saw that was orange, And it was pretty fun back then. And I want to kind of bring back that flavor. I also remember doing late night gaming back in the day, which was just late night gaming. And I miss that. I really do. And I just need to find a way to make it more engaging for you guys and gals. You know what I mean? So, try not to yawn in your ear here. Oh, you know what? Did I put the sticker on the wrong tile? Son of a gun, I did. This is supposed to go on this tile here. But it matches so perfectly. Well, it's maybe a little colorblind there, but yeah. Watch your colors. Alright, Lego. I know I'm going to have, somebody's going to get mad at me. I have to ding it down to at least a 5.5. You got to watch your colors, because if I made a mistake, I know there's a young one out there probably did the same thing. Is it going to matter? No, because this color scheme looks a little better than that. So let's just deal with it. If you make a mistake, so be it. Besides, I'm going to rip all that off when I'm done. But I'm thinking about bringing back the old flavor of my video chats. And you can come in, you can join, you can chat with me, you can talk about anything, you can ask me questions, all sorts of stuff. And I want to just bring back the old flavor, how things used to be. We might play Minecraft, we might play that, what was that game I bought, Persona 5, just for fun. Just to sit back and just relax and not do a thing. Okay, I'm thinking about bringing that stuff. Whoa, I'm taking a spin there. And I'm just really thinking about doing it. I don't know, like I said though, if I decide to bring it back, live streaming, I don't know what I'm going to do yet with it. I don't want to just play like Minecraft every day. Some people do that. I play Minecraft, but I play it very slow. And like right now I'm farming, so I don't, don't want to ruin it for you guys and gals and just do that. And this goes right here. No, Jay, you almost messed up again. See, you got to pay attention. This goes right down in there, like that. Okay, now we're moving on to, looks like, the rest of the wall structure here. So I kind of want to make it to where when you come into the room, you feel comfortable. You don't feel like you're going to get banned or anything like that. And of course, if there's trolls in there, yeah, I'm going to have fun. I will have moderators in the room that will help out with it and stuff. So I already have a few friends of mine that I'm going to mod them in the room so they can take care of things if I can't do it. And so we're going to be doing that. I think that'd be kind of cool. And don't ask to be a mod if I do. Nothing good will come out of it. Moderators, they really don't have. Here's the deal: moderators only get kicked by me, and I usually only just ban. So you don't want to be a mod. If you just come in the chat, nothing should happen. And we give warnings and stuff. Like, hey, just don't. Which means if I do the live streaming, I have to put out a set of rules, like the usual: no spamming, no excessive profanity and stuff like that. It'll be an adult room. It won't be for children by any means, because it'll be at night. It'll be at night. But overall, though, it's just meant for fun. Okay, that hangs over. Well, I sure love this color. It's kind of bland, but this would work so well for maybe like Adobe style buildings and stuff. Okay, that's for the pretzel ladder. I need to get more of these. These are really cool. Okay. So whoever's going to be standing there, they're going to get trampled to death. Oh boy, that's not fun. Maybe that's Leo's bed. I mean, how many dolls come in here anyways? Is it 4? Yeah, where does the other 2 people sleep? Or is there another part we haven't done yet? Well, we're moving on to another section here. I don't know. But yeah, I've been thinking about just doing the live streaming stuff. And if it's something up your alley, maybe we can talk about it. By the time I get done with these videos, usually I forget what I talk about. So we need to really come up with something. And is this supposed to be some kind of like, that mat you use for Japanese floors? I don't know. I can't remember. I've watched anime and I can't remember what they're called. But, what was it? Suji screens? I used to have those in my studio before I got the house. Those little folding paper screens that lets light pass through. Those were so nice, especially when you want to divide. When you opened up your door, nobody looked at your bed. Yeah, bring back the old live streaming. I'm just thinking of doing that. I think it's going to be so cool if I did. And I think we're getting bad build quality here, Lego. I'm going to say the build quality on this set is just more or less average. Okay, I thought that was one of those mats, but no, that's that. Huh. That's a nice, good architectural design for maybe a building or something. But yeah, just have one night set aside just for live streaming, just to kind of just mess around and just kind of have fun and such. Now it looks like we're doing ourselves a header here. Didn't have a chance to sort any parts out the other night, so what am I doing now? Just this. Got to get this done before I go to work. That's the beauty about being your own boss, is that you can be a little late, because the only thing I said, I have meetings, but they're in mid-afternoon, so I'm not too worried. But the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can get home, so that's always a plus there. But yeah, live streams. My live streams were cool, but chat rooms back then were a little different than they are today. I met so many friends and people that I wish I didn't meet. I met all sorts of colorful characters online and stuff, and it was fun. It was really fun. Now today, we have like websites like Twitch and YouTube, and there's not a whole lot left. But in the early 2000s, there was a bunch of chat rooms. Primitive to today's standards, but they were pretty much cool. Did I forget to put these somewhere? No, I didn't. Alright. That goes up there like that. But no, we're not done yet. Why? Because I got to fight this. Because you can see it's not going together. Wiggle that in, I guess, huh? Looks like these tiles are meant to hold that together. So sorry if I sound a little down right now, because I'm just tired. I'm not a morning person. I hate getting up in the mornings. But there we go. That's the bunk room there with an outdoor sofa. But we still got 2 more sleeping bags. And some other colorful, what is that, 5 more stickers? I think I can survive through that. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 7. Okay, we're going to wrap it up with bag 8. I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. My mind was going blank there because that helps with coming up with more projects. Believe it or not, I'm working on a bunch of stuff. It's just I got to get through this stuff first. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to check out my rebrickable profile, checking out my building guides, and always remember, you can make a request for a building guide and see if, and just ask if I have it or not. So if you're not a fan of Patreon, just ask me and just say, Jay, can you post this here? I've seen it on Patreon. Can you post it on here? Sure, I'll look into it. All right. And lastly, if you like this type of content, you like my demeanor, feel free to subscribe. I'm always going to be here for you. Okay, that's what I'm here for. You will need this. And yeah, so if you like this style of content, you're in the right place. All right. Oh, wow! Autumn's going to join us. So cool. And popcorn. Yeah, well, let's see the damage today, folks. We're already at a 5.5. Can you go any lower, Jay? Well, yeah, I can go as low as I want it. 0. So see, this one's got some pits in it. That's not good. Well, let's see how bad the next one is here. The blue doors I don't really use a whole lot. They're good for shower doors, but that's it. I'm just checking it. Okay, see, like right there? Yeah. All right, let's see the next one here. See, it's got all these scuffs. So right now we're down to a 4.5 right now. See, Lego can correct this at any time. Now, if these were packed up in their own bag and they were mangled up, then they need to just take care of the parts. And so right now I'm already going to give this set a 4.5 just due to packing quality. And just a tad bit for building quality, but not too bad. Build experience is still good. Build experience is at a 10, so I'm not complaining there. Alright, so that's it. Now we can get started on Autumn and her accessories. Alright, so let's start pulling out old Autumn here. Okay, well, we found part of her right there. So, I mean, the live streams, I just really want to get into it. Ooh, a wheat thin tile. We found that. We got the camera for her, but where's the rest of the parts at? Oh, there's part of her right there. Where's the torso at? Is that MIA? No, it's not. You know what? I wish Lego would bring out anime. Well, you know what? This is probably as close as we're ever going to get to anime Lego. Oh, man, just imagine they literally could go bonkers with it. I mean, the faces are almost close to anime figures. They got the big eyes and stuff, and it looks like they got pointed chins. Why not? So it's got a bright green camera. So that's her right there. That's Autumn. I like that print work for that torso. Not too bad at all. And then we have popcorn. Yeah, looks like just some little lizard thing. Yeah, and then of course Autumn likes she likes going hiking, camping, and she tracks for bears or snow leopards or whatever. We don't know what she does, but yeah. Okay, now we're back to this thing here. I'm still working in here. And right off the bat, we got to put a sticker on a tile, which is this. Sticker number 13. That's kind of cool. Color wheel. Well, I don't want to put that on there, but I would have just tiled it in. Yeah. So in a few weeks, girlfriend and I are going to go camping. So we've already kind of have it set up. We got our reservations. We're going to beat the school kids. We're going to have a little fun. Oh, we got gaming controllers. Oh, we know what we're doing now in here. Boy, there's a lot of... I could use these, but I need them in gray. Constantine, I think that's what it's called, Constantine wire. So you get the printed gaming controllers. You know, if you get this set cheap, this is just a good parts pack. And the thing about, the reason why I also like showing you sets like this, because now you know where to get these parts. You know where to find them. You can get the building guide. You can check it out. You can download, or not download, you can get the parts you need. Now here's what I don't like is these accessories. Like you get a set of headphones. Those are kind of cool. But they kind of just rest here and they also will just fall off. So be very careful in moving this. I'm probably going to just do hand cam on this one today. You know, if it's separate floors, I think I'd rather just put it on a turntable. Kind of call it done here. Put that there. So we're right back to here again. But I've been pretty pleased with the build experience of the set. It's the quality I'm having problems with overlooking, but build experience, I'm having a lot of fun. It's a group build, and I don't want to fail a group build set, but I think LEGO needs to start really focusing on packing their sets a little more with care, because who wants to get a used LEGO set? I don't mind buying used sets. I don't care. I'll buy a used set. I just don't want to get something that's brand new and it's all beat up and torn up, and I mean, that's not fun. You know, this looks like this is the door to take you out to the zip line. Boy, I wish I was little to go on all this stuff, but no, I'm not. Yeah, but back to live streaming though. I really want to get into it again. I just got to think of a purpose. I don't want to just stream me building sets. There's already people out there doing that, and the problem with that is I have to be building something small. Something like, first off, I cannot do any review offers. Not just because LEGO told me not to. Oh, it's a yellow one. It's just sets that have like over 100 pieces would be impossible doing one sitting while I'm live. So that would be a definite no-no. I don't want to do that. You know. So I'm trying to think of a way here to have a little fun, have an interactive chat room without putting my audience to sleep, and just kind of have fun with it. You know, just something that's different. Now, as far as for YouTube members and stuff, I don't have memberships on this channel, right? I don't ever plan on doing it, at least right now. I wish I could have memberships. Let's say you're a member on my main channel. I wish I could have it transferred to here, so you could be a member on both channels. I don't know if I can gift memberships to those or not. I have to think on that. Okay, now we're moving on to another bunk room. Take some of our scratched pieces. And yeah, I'll look into it and see if there's any way, you know, maybe I can talk to an administrator and see if there's any way I can have both, you know, where you can sign up to one or the other and it'll count as both. You know, I don't want to double dip or anything like that. That's not fair. You know, that kind of thing. Okay, and we need sticker number 14. So the stickers are not too bad. You know, I'm going to say that this stuff could have been printed. I may just bundle it up with the build quality of it. I've been more and more thinking about bundling stickers with build quality. I don't know yet. Who knows? I'm tired. Yep. I don't want to have to deal with work. I've been trying to find this faucet because I have an outdoor hose bib that's starting to go bad. And I swore I had one around the house, and I have not found it. I ran across it like 4 or 5 times, and now when I need it, I cannot find it. I don't know where I put it. So I'm hoping I can find it. And because I got a hose in my backyard, I replaced the fitting on the hose to connect up to the faucet because it was leaking really bad, and then that was only half the water because the water's leaking out of the handle. So I have to turn the whole thing off just to, you know, so it's not wasting water, you know. So because that, you know, that costs money if you're wasting water. So I don't want to do that. So I got to go out there and replace it. I've been trying to find this one faucet the last couple of days, and I have not found it. So and a hose bib is like $10, but I don't want to have to spend more. There's 15. But I think I'm going to have to make sure your swiggly lines go by the pillow. But I need to find this faucet so I can replace it. Heck, I may just make a plumbing video, I don't know, but I don't want to embarrass myself. So, yeah, that's pretty much... oh, there goes the cracking voice. Hold on. Boy, I hate when that happens. Yeah, but I got to find that hose bib so I can replace it. I got the plumber's tape and stuff to do it. Got a pipe wrench. I got all the works. I just need to find that part. Because things are getting expensive and I don't want to have to blow more money on stuff like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got another pretzel ladder. Set indeed comes with 2 of them. Oh, excuse me, you know what I did? I didn't build that. It's like, where the heck does that go? Well, now I know why it didn't go anywhere, because I didn't put it in there. I'm being silly again. I can't remember what I was doing. Talking about my hose bibs. Yeah, so that is that. Okay, that takes care of that. Yeah. So, yeah, I got more chores. Yeah, the other day it was like reached barely 70 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be like 81. The next day it'll be like 96, 97, and after that we're going to hit in the hundreds. So that means I got to get the swimming pool ready to go swimming. We don't get much spring out here. Winters are very mild. That's the price of living in a desert. I kid you not. You live in a desert, that's what you're dealing with. Okay, you know, the wintertime, you can go out and do whatever you want. You won't have to worry about anything. But in the summertime, ooh. Okay, you're going to make sure you're really mushed down. I don't want to get my hands cut. All right, and we need sticker 16. So these are all in order here. So, okay, this goes like that. If I can get the sticker on there straight. I wish this was printed. What am I saying? It's a friend set. So that's what we have there. That's kind of colorful. Just too bad that tile wasn't printed. Oh, we got the flat screen. I bet Leo's going to sleep behind the TV so the girls can crank it up full blast and wake him up at night, huh? Yeah. Matter of fact, I miss my bed right now. But I want to get this filmed tonight. Or today, or tomorrow, or whatever day it is right now. Not even thinking. All right, rotate it around. Let's put these right here. See, if you didn't put plants on here, it looks kind of bland. You know, but these are kind of cool here. I like those. That kind of thing. And then now we got to put a solar panel on, so let's make this real quick. I have a tutorial that uses a few of those, so start hoarding them up, doesn't matter what color. Somebody had said, Jay, We need sticker 17, not J, but whatever. Do I need to build your tutorials with the colors you use? No, you don't. You can build my tutorials with any colors you have available. You remember that young gentleman's work I shared? Where he built the trailers and stuff out of random colors? That's quite alright. Here's it. Build quality. Here's the deal though. As long as you enjoy building, who cares? Okay, where does that go? Oh, you know why? I put this on here and I forgot to put on a few pieces. My bad. I am so sorry. But you can build anything any way you want. You don't even have to follow the instructions building with this. You can build this any way you want. And, you know, who cares? You know, as long as you're having fun. Okay. Yeah, it's like that in the back for those who want to see. At least it's eco-friendly. Okay, and lastly, we got a drone we got to build. I've seen those fly around in my neighborhood a few times. They caught somebody out here that had a drone that was equipped with grabbers. So anything you left out on your patio table or something like that, this kid would grab and stuff. And then he'd grab stuff. Like one time he grabbed an Apple Watch off somebody's patio table and they caught him. And doing it, and let him with a warning. And I just thought, dude, just don't do that over here at my place, because I don't keep expensive stuff on the patio table. Okay, so we use the steering wheels for these. Yeah, not a bad idea for a little drone. It's a nice little clutter item instead of doing that. I thought maybe we were going to have a helicopter piece. Yeah, and then this goes up here on top. I guess it just sits anywhere. Well, they show the controller like that. Okay, well that's where it's going to sit then. Alright, so we got the drone on there. Okay, so now we're going to have to take this and bend it around here. So what I'm going to do here, let me zoom this out for you here, is I'm going to start here first, stick that in there, because now you're going to have to lasso your Constantine wire on there so the kids can get poked by it. And you're going to have to wrap this thing around, but before you do, we forgot to put that on there. In fact, I don't think I have any of these in blue. That's a nice color to have in that part. And then you're going to have to put it in like that. A little bit of a strain there. So now we got ourselves like a little zip line here. Okay, so try that again. That's pretty cool, huh? But at least each piece is isolated, which is really good. And that concludes this section of the build. And let's see here. Yeah, no stickers remaining. That's even better, but I got to hang on to that for when I write up my notes. I know that it comes with that and a brick separator. And, well, popcorn, you can't go. I need this extra piece, so those are always handy, these little tiles with the buttons on them. Any printed stuff, but these leaf pieces are just sitting there, which is kind of flaky. And that's what we have remained there for bag 8 and the build. Okay, so now we're going to start setting this up while we're putting it together. And I think what I'm going to do is do it on a turntable. And I'll do the thumbnail last. I think that might be the easiest way to do this one here. I got to remember to use memory card number 1 for the review so I can keep everything kind of bundled here. So, see, I'm knocking accessories down in here, so be careful. with your model. I'm sure a lot of you have already built this by now, but if you're still kind of on the fence, well, the review will help you out. Other than that, though, the quality is the same as all these other Friends sets. Like this floor here is coming up, so that's to be expected. I think it's just meant at the very end you all put your floors on and you're done. And I think it's a lot easier on the turntable. Get the hand cam. Because if I decide to do a close-up, I'd have to bring it up. And usually the first floor and the second floor are easy. The third floor is usually, the top floor is usually the hardest one. And all right, well, how does that go on here? Let me take a look again. Well, apparently I was right. I'm sure it's even in the back. Okay. I don't think it goes like that. I think it goes like that. Where's the box at? Matter of fact, where's the other half of the box? So I can see the back side of it. If you're not sure, it's a good reference photo to start with. Oh, it's over here. My bad. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be lined up with, I'll show you here, this corner right here. Yeah, line it up with that right there. You should be fine. And I would not trust my life to pick this thing up unless if you scoop it from the bottom. And yeah, I'd say that this set here is really fun to put together, especially when you have to see my hairy arms. It's always fun to see that, right? May have to use the YouTube funding for that too and have a second camera angle. I was thinking about having a top-down version where it goes straight down. I can clip it on this camera or this thing, and I would either need an old phone, which I got plenty of those with bad batteries, so just get a battery for a phone. I got a bunch of iPhone 13s that I could restore, and then I can come in and do that. Have an extra camera on a budget, and then just put them in an editor and a non-linear editor and just kind of have fun with it here. You know, that kind of thing. Alrighty, let's see what we got here today. Yeah, since my dad's been gone for 2 years, this light is starting to flicker. You know, he died in the house, and for more or less, we've been hearing some pretty weird stuff coming out here at night. That's what I thought. I heard somebody calling my name, but everybody's in bed right now. I'm the only one awake. There's not even any TVs on, so I know for a fact that I'm the only one in here. Sometimes I just kind of ignore it. You know, no, not. Oh, don't you dare roll off. Maybe that's why my sets are crumbling apart. Boy, everything's just kind of coming apart. Well, we already know Friend sets, but you know, we've been hearing a lot of stuff out here lately, so it's been, maybe you might see something floating in the camera. You know what, let me go up a little higher here. Well, that's as high as I can go. I don't want to go up any higher. Do I need to do a close-up? When these things are towers, it makes it very hard to go up any higher, you know, because I'm set up for. If you notice, my tutorials are always in landscape. This is a portrait. It'd be good if I had something else. That's as far as I can push it back, although I can take this out at the bottom, but you know. So let's say, for example, I want to do close-ups, right? So I would have to be very careful. Bring this here, floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. Oh, you know what? I may as well just do it like that. Whew. Then I can do it all in one sitting and make it extra miserable, huh? So the ghosts can come by and break my set while I'm filming it. But no, I've been getting a lot of weird stuff going on here lately. Nothing bad, but why am I saying it here? Just something we've been dealing with. But, you know, hey, I've been here for over 20 years and nothing's happened. So I think what I'm going to do first is let's set everything up. We're going to start with animal figures first. So we're going to start with obviously Popcorn. This is Honey. Churro, we've seen him around a million times. And I think what I'm going to do is just do them all. Then we have Liann. We'll just put her here. No, don't fall down. You're not a domino. Stand up straight. Klutzy today, Jay. You're just dropping the merchandise everywhere. Then we got Autumn. Autumn. I know it's not autumn yet, but just pretend that it is. And then we have Aliya. Put her there. And when I redo this, I'll redo it better with a thumbnail. Right now, I'm just kind of setting it up here. And then we have that's Nova. Of course, we already know Leo's going to go at the very end by the popcorn machine because he's got to guard that. And we'll put this over here with the accessories. And when I read the box, because I'll forget the names, you know how I am. And then stuff like that, we got ourselves our handle bike and set that. There's so many accessories, we just have to set them up here. And trying to do this without knocking stuff over, and we got the helmets. Toss those over there. And I'll show everything up by hand. I like to keep these reviews more informal, because if I go formal, they just seem kind of stale, like everybody else does them style. And I want to do everything my way, not just, you know, these handlebars are kind of just, they just want to move around. All right. I think we're good there. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it all in one sitting, just run through it real quick. Unfortunately, I think what I'm going to do is give this one here. Originally, my scores are 4.5, but everything is built by, I'm going to say 5. Just due to build quality, mainly for that. A little bit for stickers, a little bit for build quality, but the packing quality is what killed this. It really did. And I'm just trying to think of a fair score, and I think that's only fair. And I got to go dig up the other memory card. But, yeah, not too bad at all. I think this is really good. And I think I can breeze through this one really fast here. Okay, that bike, I'm going to leave it laying down. I'm tired of dealing with it. But I think we're ready to go here for the review. I mean, it's a nice set. It's bright and colorful. This is fun. This is really fun. And we're going to test out all the features. You can't do that with the hand cam unless you had somebody help you with it. So, yeah, I think we're ready to go here for the formal review and the tour. Yeah, I like to keep everything more informal. I think we'll do just that because the hand cam things get shaky with this. At least I know it's not moving anywhere. Here we are at the Heartlake City Friends Clubhouse, and this set here is, as you can tell, has got a lot of bright colors and a lot of accessories. Well, we're going to start off with Popcorn and some lizard-looking thing. Yeah, a small little critter here. And then we got Churro. I haven't seen him around in a while, but there he is. I think it's a he. The name ends with an O, so I'm assuming it's a boy. And then we have Honey, oh boy. With that mustard yellow. And next we have Liann. I have to look here because I forget my dolls sometimes. I don't know their names, but she's got a paintbrush. She's ready to paint. Don't worry, we'll take a look at the accessories here in a moment or two. And then we got Autumn with a nice lime green camera to take pictures of everybody falling down around here. Why? Because she could take a picture of that bike that keeps falling down by accident. And then next we have Aliya with her two-way radio, so she can call up Leo and tell him that he's being bad. Well, no, Nova's got the radio, so she's going to tell Nova to take care of Leo. And that's who we have here is Nova. You know, not bad mini doll. And then the last one is Leo. He's the only guy in here too, so obviously he's lucky. With that shirt, I'm not sure. I mean, I thought the 70s fashion went out years ago. At least he's got modern shorts. The Bieber do. Maybe it's supposed to be the Beatles do. We don't know. And then here we got the two-person bicycle here. This is like a new piece. Well, for me anyways. So obviously you can see two mini dolls on there. So every one of these has an accessory except for Leo. So he can use this to taxi the girls around, and that's what you do. Taking a face plant in those handlebars, huh? Is that how we're doing it? But the handlebars are meant for him to grab onto like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it works with. You can put two dolls on that. Well, his wig always falls off. You know, that's just a sign, Leo, to get a fade. You got to get that stuff faded off, dude. Get a faded crop or something. Get rid of that long stuff. But in addition, though, you also do get two helmets. You get a coral and a dark azure. Those would be good for like skateboard stuff. And then we also have an easel here. So now we know Liann was painting something. I think that's her name. I always forget her name. Yeah, Liann. It's more like a scribble. What is that, an axolotl? And then, who doesn't love popcorn? You get a popcorn machine in here with the butter. Makes you want to go to the movies, huh? That's a nice little accessory piece. I can see that being used like in a movie theater, even in a rec room or something. Really cool. They just use like a mailbox, and you could put more stuff in there if you want. But hey, works good for just that. Alright, now we can take a tour of the clubhouse. That means I gotta drop everything over here off to the side. Leo, you're gonna be our guinea pig. You're gonna test out the features here. And yeah, as you could tell, there's a lot of bright colors. So obviously we have yellow. We have the bright green, pink, dark azure. I think this is light coral. But look at all the bright colors in this one. I mean, this looks fun. This caught my attention on the box. Even building this set, I was really enjoying it. So like right here, you have your entry point into the clubhouse. You got some doors opening up and stuff like that I forgot to close, but there you go. Little flower beds and stuff. Also got a slide here, and yeah, so. And here we got a second floor outdoor seating area with a patio table with some various suites and stuff. Don't worry, we're going to take a crude close-up view here in a bit. And this right here, the Friends Club, that is printed. It's the only printed piece in here other than some of the food snacks. But, you know, for the most part, not too bad. You also got a tree here. And here you got your third floor with the sleeping quarters. I wouldn't mind sleeping next to that and looking out. That'd be a heck of a view there. You got a full, what, 180 view here? I mean, yeah, this one looks very fun. You also here at the very top here, you have a zip line and stuff. And that does go down. We'll test it out here in a bit. And you do have roof access. We'll take a look at that in a bit. But you also do have a drone up here. I mean, it's very simple, but it works. Not actually works, but it works for this. All right. Now, just like with all these Friends sets, they're left open for you to play in. I didn't understand why this hole was here, but now I know why. So now we know what goes in here. Obviously, you have 3 tiers. We also have a little kitchenette here with some bar stools and a little bathroom in here. Now it's a little tight for adult hands, but I'm sure for a child this will be perfect. And then you got to go up to the second floor here to a little gaming area. And this thing here slides around, which is really cool. You also have a door here that takes you to the outside. Of course, you can't see it because I'm looking at it differently than you are, but that's the door there. And then, of course, the third floor is sleeping quarters with a nice sectional sofa and parts coming off. I mean, that's usually typical of that. And yeah, on the top here, you got a solar panel right here. It's got a lot of color. This one's got a lot of detail. Okay, well, let's get up close and personal with this. And I'm going to start with, let's just do the inside first. And praying that I don't drop it. So here we got our little bathroom in there. I like doing it this way because I don't have to worry about dropping things. You also got a door that takes you in here. Oh, it doesn't open up all the way. Well, that's kind of lame. There's your little kitchen. You also have a little refrigerator here with some snacks. Okay. And there's a rug in here. We can take a look at it right here, though. I got to be careful because there's accessories in there that could fall out. What am I thinking? Why didn't I just do this with the hand cam? Maybe I should have. But see, here we got some snacks right here. As you can see, everything here is printed. That popcorn piece as well as these tiles. You get some pretzels and bubble gum, and so you can stick the bubble gum on the ceiling or something. I don't know. And yeah, so like right here is a spot for the dogs and the critters. For adult hands, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we're in luck. The floors do come off, but you know, I don't want to mess with that. I'll leave that up for your exploration. So here's the second floor. You come up through here. Here's your little gaming desk. And this screen here does move back and forth. You can also use that to lock the door too, so you can put Leo on the patio and lock him out for the night. Got some rugs and stuff. You got a door that takes you out here to this little balcony here. Not too bad, so you can look at the leaves on the tree. And yeah. And yeah, what's coming apart here? Knocking off accessories. Here's the top floor here with bunks. So this thing here can sleep all 5 mini dolls. Except poor Leo, he's going to have to sleep behind the flat screen TV. You know. But yeah, you got those pretzel ladders. Not too bad. And here's the roof. So there's some roof access. Now the front, you know, like I said, it's very bright and colorful here. You know, so there's your. Looks like I got a set of eyes here from the ring light. So everybody's got their own night light in there. So I guess those lights are to keep Leo company because he's scared of the dark. I don't know. But yeah, I like that tile there. But look at all the greenery. See, here's your outdoor patio area. I got this thing in the way. It keeps wanting to bump into the camera. But yeah, there's plenty of seating in here. Here's the first floor. I wish that one there was printed, but that was a sticker there. But there's your entry doors and stuff. Now, sadly, some of the transparent pieces, ooh, I got to be careful. That would have been a big accident there waiting to happen. You would have saw that live on video, but I'm not censoring that out. Some of the pieces were scratched. Okay. So, let's do a quick demonstration here with old Leo. Now, if you want, let's do some experimentations here. And, you know, I really do need to get you a fade. If they can get me one that's brown, I would do it. Get rid of that shag look. So, literally, he can grab onto those, which is really cool. And he can go up here. Sitting on the stools are not too bad. They just kind of, you know, if you move it, it's going to, especially if there's an earthquake, he's going to fall off. Getting into the bathroom is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze. So, yeah, for little hands, this shouldn't be a problem. That wig, okay, you're going to go in there bald because I'm tired of fighting. Yeah, you're screaming why. Well, now you know why. You got to cut that mop off. Well, okay, you climb up here, get to play on the computer, and then you can go down the slide so you can fly off and take a face plant. Yeah, and then if he wants to go up here, he can go in here or go out to the patio. I mean, can he sit at the desk? Yeah. You know, plays video games. And yeah, there's a lot of play values you can tell. You know, these tiles, they don't sit on very well, but hey. Now, when he gets tired and he wants to go take a nap, he can climb the ladder here and go up here. We got the door here that takes you to the zip line, but we're not going to do that right now because we're going to take a look at all the bunk rooms and stuff. And yeah, can I get in there with my adult hands? Sure. It's a bit of a tight squeeze for this one here because these bunk beds are way back in here. Like I said, for little hands it should be very easy, but if you're an adult, you know. But you also get game controllers and headphones, so if you don't want to disturb the ladies, you could just put those on and play your game. Just don't rage. So does he fit over here behind the TV? He does. So you can put that in there and forget he exists, huh? That's one way to punish him, is by throwing him in there. That's the punishment bunk. But except for these over here are easy to access, which is fine. And of course he can sit on the sofa. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Well, let's see. We don't want to lose your head over this one, dude. We're going to have to put your wig on here. I should just give you broccoli hair, since that's like the thing now. Well, no, I think broccoli hair is outdated now. I think the guys are going for the curtains. I got to get some curtains for them. How do I know all these hairstyles? As I keep up with everything until I had the curtains. Okay, you can stay down there for all I care. So, let's say Leo wants to go out here and wants to go down. Boy, what is with the quality of this? What fell off? Oh, it's these goofy things. Alright, we're not messing with that. Okay, Leo, you spoiled the fun. Now you're going to sit there, right? Now he will go around. So let's see if we can do this here. Let's see if I can do this while spinning this. Yeah, so he jumps right here. And he can just jump off here. Or just swing and fall in the hole here. Well, fall down if he wants. And yeah, you can tell there's a lot of stuff to do here. Now I got to find that wig and put that back on him. Because now it's that time, you know. What do I think of the set, you know? What do I think of the features of the set? Well, we're going to start the review with play value. And as you can tell by the way that everything's fallen off here, we'll get into the build quality in a second because now I'm kind of getting frustrated. But you're going to get a good play value with this set. Now, in addition, up to 3 people can build this set. You can also share the fun. So, in addition to 3 people, you and 2 other friends can play with this and fight who gets to put Leo's wig back on. Matter of fact, we need to make a friend's barber shop so we can cut that off. But for the most part, it's not a bad build for what it is. You get a lot of accessories with it. You get playable interior. For smaller hands, I'm sure it'd be fine, but lots of accessories with this one. Lots of unique accessories anyways. Now we're going to get into build quality for this, and it's average for a friend set. It's nothing special. I'm having parts falling off. There's a lot of loose accessories that will fall off and get lost. You just keep that in mind. So you're going to lose a lot of stuff here. Even though some of the studs or the floor is studded down, you can have some of your dolls get lost. But you know, you can find a place to put them and stuff like that, which is not too bad. So I'd say build quality. This is just average. It's nothing bad. It's nothing good. It's just an average set. Now my build experience was fun. I'm not going to lie to you there. Okay, I'm not going to lie. My build experience was fun. This set has a lot of bright colors. It will pull you into the build. Lots of bright colors will pull you into the build. And I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the quality of it in terms of build experience. The instructions were easy to follow. I hope I'm not repeating myself. Bright colors, lots of accessories, some unique building techniques. The only thing I'd have to say is the stickers kind of spoiled it a little bit. There was a little too much, I thought, for this set. I don't expect everything to be printed, but this piece here, imagine putting that on. That would have been a brute. But for the most part, it's not too bad. So I'd say my build experience was an A+ with this one here. But the build quality, I'd say it's lacking. It's just not that great. Also, in addition to that, some of the transparent window pieces were in scratch. Some of them had heavy scratches. It makes the set feel used and cheap. Like I bought a second-hand model, and honestly, for $89.99, it should not have came in this condition. You know? But for overall, though, you are getting a lot here with this set. So I'm going to say that my score on this is going to be a 4.5 out of 10, mainly due to packing quality, but a little bit for build quality and stickers. But in addition to that, like I said, you get the brick separator. It helps with the build. You will need it because I made a few mistakes I had to fix later on, or I just simply forgot to put a piece in. So you got to be very careful. Also, in addition to that, you know, here in the bunks, I put the wrong stickers on these tiles. You really can't tell. So you got to be careful with the colors of the parts. That's where I think some of this stuff should have been printed, because it could get it confusing, especially for younger builders. Even I got a little confused with it. But overall, though, the set as a whole, it's a nice addition. Now, you obviously can't put this in a Lego city. You know, the back's not finished off. I'm sure you probably could just add a wall here, just build this out a little bit. It would look really good. But it's not really city or Friends set worthy, you know, to drop it in a Lego city or a Lego Friends theme. It's just meant just to be a play set, and that's exactly what this is. You're getting a play set. You're getting stuff with a lot of features. You got the zip line. You got a slide. I could see somebody playing with this for hours. This is a very fun, colorful build. I just wish the packing quality was a bit better. Build quality I could live with, but the packing, Lego needs to step up on that. I'm just getting disappointed with their packing quality on sets. It just seems like their quality control is starting to slip a little bit. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I really love Lego and I love the product. But for something like this, as pricey as it is, yeah, but you're getting a good set for the value. It's just the stickers and the scuff pieces kind of ruin this one a bit. But overall, though, it's still a nice, good, fun, group collaborative build. But tell me what you think.